PAX, and we're trying to see who qualifies for the World Championship in North America.
We came here just to go to Worlds, and I don't think we're going to disappoint anyone.
We're in the semis. We have to win against Vulcan, and we're in the finals.
But we have to win one of the next two best-of-3s, and we're into Worlds.
When it comes to playoffs, that's when it really matters. You can really see the power spike in our level of play.
Everyone's been looking at us being the #1 team for the whole split, making sure we can still keep it up for playoffs and hopefully get to Worlds.
The stage is amazing here. It's like flashing lights everywhere.
Every time I hear the crowd, it just feeds me.
We're playing in the Amateur Challenger Series.
This is definitely our chance to kind of get our name back out there.
If you don't participate in Season 4, like, you're basically just like wiped off the face of the competitive scene. There's no way I'll let that happen.
We're the massive underdog. This is David and Goliath.
There's no way we're not going to Worlds.
Everything we worked for the entire year is on the line.
Why would we lose now?
Hello and welcome to Day 2 of the North American LCS Regional Playoffs live from PAX Prime in Seattle, Washington. I'm Evie Shock supporter. We've got a massive day of action planned as Cloud9 and Vulcan take the stage for the first time in the semi-final round of the NA LCS playoffs. Plus, Counter Logic Gaming and Curse battle with the winner locking in a spot in the Season 4 Spring Split and the loser being relegated into the promotion tournament. But starting off today, it's the second semi-final matchup in the Challenger Series between Complexity and To Be Determined. All right, now that you've heard what's coming up today, let's say hi to Jad and Riv at the PAX Prime Interview Lounge.
Thank you very much, Shocks. Hey, everybody, I'm Rivington Bism III, chilling here with Joshua Jat Leesman in the Interview Lounge, and this is where we will be breaking down the biggest plays from all of this weekend's matches.
Plus, we'll be getting insight on the action from some of the biggest names here in the LCS up on this couch.
Now, let's send it over to Kobe and Freak to the main desk to get this PAX party started.
Thank you very much, Riv. And man, I love PAX parties. You guys are an amazing crowd. Thank you so much for being here. I am, of course, David Freak Turley. Alongside me in the duo lane is Sam Kobe Hartman-Kensler. And Kobe, how was day one of PAX for you?
I am loving the energy of the crowd here today, and especially the extra effort of the signs some of these guys are coming up with.
I think they speak for themselves. I kind of like the Edward Thresh sign.
They've even synced their oohs and ahs with us.
Yeah, it was great. I think it actually made True Shot Barrage stronger when like the vocals were behind it. I think it sped up a little bit. Anyway, guys, yesterday was an amazing day, of course, here at PAX. If you missed it, I'm sorry, but at least you're here watching with us today. Today is going to be even better. And up first, Complexity and TBD are going to duke it out for the second spot in Sunday's Challenger Finals, and then Curse and CLG battle for a spot in Season 4 of the LCS.
After that, it's our semifinal round of the North American LCS Regionals. Up first is Vulcan versus TSM, followed by the North America's top team, Cloud9, throwing down against Team Dignitas.
And the winner of those semifinal matches will not only move into Sunday's best-of-5 finale, they also lock down their spots at the Season 3 World Championship. But before we get into today's action, we've got to talk about yesterday's games, starting with our first quarterfinal matchup, Team Solo Mid versus Counter Logic Gaming.
CLG had beaten TSM all 4 times that they played during the summer, but Reggie and crew were able to feed off the crowd's energy and come up with another TSM victory. Basically, the chants were just ringing through their ears the entire day. 2-0'd them.
2-0 them. Really good play. And of course, in our second quarterfinal matchup, it was Curse versus Team Dignitas.
Curse played great in Game 1. They crushed Dignitas, and it looked like they were on their way to the semis, but Crumbs kicked it up a notch in the final 2 games after really listening to the fans' advice and jumping back on that Lee Sin. And with Crumbs asserting himself in the jungle, Dignitas took 2 games in a row from Curse to advance to the semis.
And of course, because of their rough times yesterday, CLG and Curse they're 2 losses away from dropping into the promotion tournament. But now, while CLG and Curse are fighting to avoid it, yesterday the Challenger teams, New World Eclipse and Cognitive Gaming, actually battled to get into the promo tournament.
Yeah, COG put together 2 great games by their AD carry, Nothing Here, and their mid laner, Zamfira, to sweep past New World Eclipse and on to Sunday's Challenger Finals.
All right, so guys, spoiler alert, If you don't want to know what happened in Korea last night, like hit mute button or close your ears off, because we're about to spoil the results of what happened. Earmuffs, guys. Okay. So last night in the OGN, SK Telecom T1 beat KT Rolster Bullets, which means that MVP Ozone now earned their spot in the Season 3 World Championship.
It also means that Najin Black Sword is Korea's #1 seed at Worlds and will get their region's bye out of the group stage.
All right, earmuffs off. We're good. Now, you've now heard what we had to say about the North American teams and the Korean teams as these guys took their first steps toward the world stage. And now, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, here's about 1 billion more comments coming your way with our PAX Prime Day 1 recap.
The first match of the NA Regionals featured the classic rivalry of Team Solo Mid versus Counterlogic Gaming. During the summer split, CLG were 4-0 against Team Solo Mid, but TSM were defending their PAX title and they would not go down without a fight. CLG's utility allowed them to protect Double Lift and take the lead. They're all going to the backside. Can they follow Reginald? Oddwoods repels into the fight as well, but they're getting blown up without the backup of their team. The unstoppable force is weighted by Dien. He gets himself in a dragon, but that's not such a good spot to be right now. TSM would surprise everyone at Baron, and then secure an unexpected ace. Where is the damage? There's the crescendo. They lock it down. That's what they wanted. A huge command shockwave. The health bars are just bloody red. Oddwood versus Double Lift. Oddwood's ignited. Wild comes up, and the ace coming in. 38-30, 12-10, and an unexpected ace in the bottom lane. Team Solo Mid uses a Baron to go for the win in Game 1.
Look at TSM right there. From having no way of ending the game to just straight up winning.
The first 20 minutes of Game 2 belonged to Team Solo Mid, but this time it was CLG with an unexpected ace. Everybody is just back. Everybody is dying right now. Oddwood trying to crawl out of this one. Can he make it? The itsy bitsy spider goes up, but he goes down.
An ace, Rim?
Just like they did in Game 1, TSM caught CLG off guard at Baron. Blink getting in there, goes down. They finally are like, wait, let's just kill Double Lift. Nien somehow still alive. It takes more than 3 members to take him down.
And just like the last game, TSM goes for a Baron and gets it.
A missed crescendo would prove costly for CLG. And with the win, TSM are now one step closer to the World Playoffs as they advance to the semifinal round to face the #2 seed, Vulcan. They take Sona down, there's no more heals. It's 2-1 in kills, 2-2 in kills. Reggie, Double Lift goes down instantly. They turn the kill around, he gets a double. They're gonna turn this on in the end. 4-0 across the summer split. TSM said that score means nothing here at PAX. Here at the playoffs, 2-0, it's ours. That looks much more like a team that is a team of friends. The second match of the day featured 2 more longtime rivals, the 4th seeded Curse versus the 5th seed Dignitas. The winner would move on to take on Cloud9 in the semifinals, while the loser would be out of contention for the World Playoffs. A successful gank from Crumbs' Jarvan gave Dignitas the early lead.
Let's see if he can dodge anything. The Sounds comes across. Cup will not be able to do anything. First blood comes out for Crumbs. Good job there for Dignitas.
But Voyboy would help turn things around for Curse.
Flash from Void picks up the kill, but there's the Ignite. Crumbs low on mana. Dark Passage comes out. Who's going to grab it? Oh, the stun! A double kill for Voyboy. Are you serious? Curse turns that around beautifully.
Curse would wipe Dignitas off the map and roll to a convincing Game 1 win.
Cutie does go down. That's 1-0 so far. Skara on the back lines. Drop down. Voyboy finds another. Voyboy looks for Patoy as well. Curse wiping the floor with Dignitas. Kill! Yes! Push bot. And Curse started out with a 1-0 lead.
Very, very convincing win here from Curse.
Game 2 kicked off with Crumbs putting Dignitas ahead early once again.
Let's keep it, gets back alive. Cobb has the barrier, gets CC. Does he have the damage? Oh my god, Crumbs with first blood. Now Edward, he's going to go down as well. Double kill for Crumbs, would you believe it?
This time Dignitas would not let the lead slip away, and their victory would force a third and deciding game.
Oh, the flash kick on the Cop. Cop flash away as well. He will survive, but here comes Kiwi Kid. Dignitas gonna take home the victory, bring it to 1-1, and keep their World Championship hopes alive.
The third and final game would prove to be the closest of the series. Both teams were on point with perfect coordination.
Jumps over to a ward now. Die Jackie forces Shockwave, but it's too low. He's going to go down.
Crumbs with the alley-oop again over to Skara. What a beautiful play. Nice arrow into his head, though.
And here we go. The bandage house going to land. There's the death sentence as well, which will be literal.
After successfully defending their base,
Cutie Pie goes in. He's low on health. He gets exploded right away. Cutie Pie is dead.
Curse tried to push down an inhibitor, but Dignitas would deny Curse and pull out their second win in a row to advance to the semifinals, where they will face the #1 seed, Cloud9.
Saint, not in a good place, does get away. Is it going to be enough, though? The damage comes in. Saint's going to go down, and that is it. Dignitas takes it into the top 4.
Wow, what incredible games, Kobe, Dignitas, and TSM pulling it out. That series that we casted, though, was pretty crazy.
That was fun. The memories, just from one day ago.
Just from one day. Thankfully, I remembered. Now, guys, day 1 is done, so let's take a look at the brackets heading into day 2, starting with the Challenger Series. Now, thanks to their win yesterday, Cognitive Gaming is in Sunday's finals, waiting to take on the winner of today's Complexity and to-be-determined matchup.
The winner of Sunday's finals will earn a spot in the Season 4 Spring Promotion Tournament, where they can win their way into the LCS.
And now, speaking of the LCS, let's check out their bracket. Let's take a look at the North American playoff bracket. And of course, with their victories yesterday, Team Solomid and Team Dignitas moved into the semifinals, where they're going to face off against Vulcan and Cloud9, respectively.
While Counterlogic Gaming and Curse dropped down into the 5th place match with their losses yesterday.
And to keep track of the bracket, stats, and everything else on the LCS, go over to lolesports.com.
While you're there, make sure to vote for who you think will win today.